Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Explore. In this tutorial, we are going to assemble the power transmission components. At first, we are going to assemble with chain sprocket, and then we are going to use an alternative method of power transmission, which is belt-and pulley. Remember, if your PC is not too powerful, then it may slow down during assembly with chain sprocket and cause serious problem during motion study. To avoid these problems, I recommend to use belt pulley method, which is shown after the chain sprocket assembly. Click on Insert Component, then go to Sprocket Chain, press Ctrl and select Cam Sprocket and Crank Sprocket. Now place it. Now click on this surface, press Ctrl and select the internal surface of the gear, then click on Mate. Select Concentric and click OK. Now select this surface and this surface. Select coincident and click OK. Now select these two surfaces. Select concentric and click OK. Now select this surface and this surface. Select concentric and click OK. Now drag it here. Now select the key slot surface of the camshaft and cam sprocket. Select concentric and click OK. Now close mate, expand insert component and select copy with mates. Now select this cam sprocket, then click on next. Select the camshaft surface and now select the camshaft key slot surface. Then click OK. Now we have to select the midplane of the camshaft and crankshaft, then we are going to mate it. Expand the crankshaft and select plane 4, which is the midplane, then expand camshaft and select plane 4, which is the midplane of the camshaft. Then click on mate, select coincident and click OK. Now select this surface of the camshaft and this surface of this camshaft. Select coincident and click OK. Now the midplanes of the all three sprocket are in same plane. Now we have to synchronize all of the components of this engine. So at first we are going to rotate the crankshaft, the piston top dead center. Now we are going to place the intake valve as the beginning of intake stroke. Here the engine rotation is clockwise. Place the intake valve at almost open. And place the exhaust valve that is almost closed. Now close the mate. Now expand assembly and click on belt chain. Now select the circular edge of all three sprockets. Here chain is previewed, but we want it at the middle plane. So expand the assembly. Now select plane 4 of the crank sprocket, which is the mid plane of the crank sprocket. Now click on use belt thickness and input parameter is 5 mm. Then click OK. Now click on insert component. Go to sprocket chain and select the chain inner part and chain outer part. Then click on here to place it. Now expand linear component pattern and select chain component pattern. Now select the third pattern. Expand assembly. Now expand the belt. Now select this sketch. Now click on fill path. Now click on chain group 1. Now select the inner part of the chain. Then select the circular surfaces, both of them. Now it asks for path alignment plane. So expand this part of the chain and select the plane 1, which is the mid plane of this component. Then click on chain group 2. Select the outer part of the chain. Now it asks for 2 circular surfaces. So select the 2 circular surface. Now it asks for path alignment plane. So expand this component and select plane 2, which is the mid plane of this component. Now you can see there is a gap. So deselect fill path and increase one more component. Then click OK. Now it is completed. Now press Ctrl and select this surface and this surface. Then click on Mate. Expand Mechanical Mate and select Gear. Then click OK. So the assembly is completed. Now we need to hide this sketch. So press Ctrl and select all these sketches. Right click over the sketch and click on Hide. So all of them are hidden and the assembly is completed. Now rotate the crankshaft and check it. Now we are going to assemble with belt and pulley method. So from insert, select cam pulley and crank pulley. Then place it. Press Ctrl and select this surface and this surface. Then click on Mate. Select concentric and click OK. Now select this surface and this surface. Select coincident and click OK. Now click on the key slot surfaces. Select coincident and click OK. Now select this surface and this surface. Select concentric and click OK. Now select these two surfaces. The edge is selected here, so delete the edge and select this surface. Select coincident and click OK. Now rotate the cam pulley. Select the key slot surfaces. Select coincident and click OK. Now close the mate. Expand insert component and select copy with mates. Select the cam pulley, then click on next. Now select the surfaces as the color changed in the adjacent camshaft. Now close the mate. We have to synchronize the components of the engine. At first, we have to place the intake valve as intake stroke is about to begin, so the valve is almost open and the exhaust valve is almost closed. Now place the piston to the top dead center as occurs in intake stroke. Now expand assembly and select belt chain. Now select the outer surface of both pulley. And this crank pulley also. You can see the sketches at the middle. Then click on create belt part. Now close the mate. Go to the bottom and expand belt. Right click over the belt component and select open part. Now right click over the right plane and select normal to. Right click again and select sketch. Now select line and draw the belt cross section. Press escape. Then select this line. Then click on for construction. Then click OK. Select smart dimension. And this distance is 2.5 millimeter. And this angle is 120 degrees. This line is 4 millimeter. Now select mirror entities, select the sketch and mirror about the center line, then click OK. Now go to sweep boss base and select the sketch and select the belt path, then click OK. Now click on appearance, select rubber and then select mate rubber. Then go to the assembly, click OK for rebuild. Now you can see the assembly is completed. Now select all of these sketches. Right click over the sketch and select height. Now rotate the crankshaft. All the components are moving properly.